We're thinking about a world with empathy. Studio Raphael presents We're Thinking About with your host, Aiden Brookstone. Imagine walking down the street and everybody that you see looks out for one another. Imagine living in a world where people just naturally cared about one another, where putting your neighbor first and putting others' needs in front of your own was simply commonplace and wasn't something that was so second thought. To me, thinking about a world with empathy is about thinking about a world where everybody just cares. Everybody is able to look at another and feel in their core being just a deeper sense of knowing, a deeper sense of understanding for what it is that others are going through. I feel like empathy is something that's fairly near and dear to my heart. I always kind of had this general capability to put myself in the shoes of another, and I understand that this isn't something that's necessarily commonplace in the world nowadays, which is why it's something that we're discovering. To me, living in a world with empathy means living in a world where there's no war, because why would you do that to yourself? In a sense, empathy is all about thinking about how would it feel to me. If somebody were bullying in school, well, how would you feel if you were the one being bullied? Or if you were the one bullying, how would you feel being the kid that's being bullied? Empathy is just about being able to see yourself as that. It's about walking wherever you are and looking at somebody who's homeless or looking at somebody who's struggling and being able to say, man, imagine if that was me. Because in a way, it's a possibility. In a way, we live in this infinite reality, and anything is possible. So if anything is possible, that means that the person across from you is no different from you. While yes, we all come from different sets of circumstances, and we all experience life differently, we're all still coming from this very same basis of existing as human beings. We all desire love and appreciation and respect and support from our local community, and we all just want to feel like we're a part of humanity. Being able to step into that empathetic space is truly about being able to see yourself in the shoes of another. It's about looking at everybody as though they were you. It's about seeing every single person as a reflection of yourself, and knowing that by putting your best self out there, you are then ideally receiving the same in return. Empathy is very much about understanding that we're all going through this together, and in a lot of ways it's about being able to turn the other cheek. It's about not responding out of hatred, not responding out of anger, but simply seeing the humanity, simply seeing the struggle, and finding that space of love and empathy inside of yourself to be able to look at another and realize that their response in a certain scenario potentially just comes from a space of trauma, comes from a space of hurt. It's that knowing that at our best, every single one of us is an incredible person. Every single one of us is filled with the potentiality for joy, is filled with the potentiality for love. Potentiality? Every single one of us is filled for the potential for love. We're all filled with sheer potential that expresses itself through free will. And knowing that at our highest good, in our highest place, we're living through that space of love and care, we're able to bring the best version of humanity forward. No more war, no more famine, no more anger, no more hatred, no more suffering, but simply getting to that space of oneness, recognizing that we're all in this together. We're all just trying to create the best possible experience, but also starting where we are now. Empathy does not skip steps. Empathy does not ignore the pain, but empathy acknowledges it. Empathy sees it as real. Empathy simply does what it can to be there in the moment, rather than looking past the hurt, looking past the pain, and saying that it doesn't exist. To me, empathy is something that we are all capable of. And while it must be practiced, it is still something that can be cultivated within you. Just recognize that you can see yourself in everybody. A little aspect of you is in every individual. And recognizing that, first and foremost, is the key to not only finding love within yourself, but finding love within everybody else as well. So that's thinking about a world with empathy. I hope that gives you a bit of an understanding into what that would look like and what that means. What does empathy mean to you? And do you have any ways of practicing empathy for yourself? Let us know in the comments. I look forward to seeing what you have to share. Like, comment, subscribe, get engaged, get involved. Thanks so much for being here with me at Studio Raphael. My name is Aiden, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.